TikTok is kind of like a sneaky friend. It gives you these quick feel-good moments with all those short videos, but it's not as innocent as it seems. Those moments, they're designed to keep you glued to the screen wanting more, and you might not even realize it's happening. In today's video, we're going to uncover the side of TikTok that they don't talk about in those funny videos. We'll talk about how it can mess with your feelings, how it might be watching you, and how you can take back control. This isn't your usual TikTok stuff. It's the real deal. TikTok may seem harmless at first glance with its endless stream of entertaining videos, dances, and funny skits. But there's more to it than meets the eye. See, TikTok's like that enticing candy that's hard to resist, and the more you indulge, the more you want. It's all about those little rushes of happiness that come with each video. That's the dopamine talking. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that makes you feel good. It's like a reward your brain gives you when you do something enjoyable, like eating your favorite snack or winning a game. TikTok knows how to tap into this chemical, and it does it really, really well. See, when you scroll through TikTok, the algorithm is learning what you like. It's kind of like a virtual genie that tries to predict what's going to make you smile. And when it gets it right, you get a nice little dose of dopamine, and that feels great. But here's the catch, it's not just one dose, it's a series of tiny hits. Each time you swipe to the next video, there's that hope of another dose, and that keeps you coming back for more. When you scroll through TikTok, it's easy to get lost in a world where everyone seems to be having a blast. People are dancing, traveling, and showing off their seemingly perfect lives. It's like a highlight reel of everyone's best moments. But here's the thing, it's not real life. All those polished videos and glossy photos on TikTok are carefully curated. They often show only the most exciting parts of someone's day, the moments when they look their best or when they're doing something extraordinary. As you keep scrolling, it's natural to start comparing yourself to these seemingly perfect lives. You might think, why am I not as fit as them? Or why can't I afford those fancy vacations? This constant comparison can be damaging to your self-esteem and overall happiness too. Moreover, TikTok can lead to a sense of loneliness and isolation. While you're watching others have fun, you might start feeling left out, especially if you see your friends or acquaintances doing exciting things without you. It can create a real fear of missing out, or FOMO, which can make you feel disconnected from the world around you. So while TikTok offers a glimpse into the lives of others, it's essential to remember that it's a curated version of reality. People choose what to share, and they usually don't show their struggles or less exciting moments. Real life is messy, full of imperfections, and that's what makes it beautiful. You might not be aware of this, but TikTok's computer servers, the virtual brains behind the app, are located in China. Now, you might wonder, hey, what's the big deal? Well, it's a big deal when it comes to your personal data and privacy. See, different countries have different laws about how companies handle your information. China, where TikTok servers reside, has been under scrutiny for its data privacy regulations, which are not as stringent as those in some other countries. This raises some serious concerns about how TikTok is handling your data. TikTok has faced allegations of collecting user data without clear consent. When you use the app, it gathers information about your interests, behaviors, and even your location. This data can be used for various purposes, including targeted advertising. But here's where it gets tricky. When your data is stored on servers in China, it may not be subject to the same privacy protections as it would be in your own country. In essence, your personal information could potentially be accessible to people or entities you didn't intend to share it with. That's not to say that TikTok is necessarily doing anything nefarious with your data, but the possibility does exist, and that's a cause for concern. Now, you might be thinking, I'm just a regular person, why would anyone be interested in all of my data? Well, it's not about your data specifically, but rather the collective data of millions of users. This data can be analyzed to identify trends, behaviors, and even vulnerabilities. It can be a goldmine for cybercriminals or even state-sponsored actors. So, what can you do to protect your privacy while still enjoying TikTok? First, be cautious about what personal information you share on the app. Limit the data you willingly provide, such as your location or contact details. Second, regularly review your privacy settings within the app to ensure you've got control over who can see your content and interact with you. So, you've realized that TikTok's addictive nature has taken hold, and it's time to regain control of your time and attention. Breaking the TikTok addiction isn't as daunting as it may seem, and it all starts with small, manageable steps. So let's break those down and get you some help. The first step is to set limit for ourselves so that we spend less time on TikTok each day. We can start by reducing our daily usage gradually. If we find ourselves scrolling for hours, we can aim to cut down to 1 hour initially. We can do this by using the app's built-in screen time management tools, or we can set alarms as reminders to help us stick to our time limit. If we try to quit cold turkey or all at once, chances are we're going to fail. We need to make it a habit to take short breaks between our TikTok sessions. This can help us break the cycle of continuous scrolling. During these breaks, it's important for us to put our phones away and engage in a different activity, even if it's just for a few minutes. We can stretch, walk around, or do a quick mindfulness exercise to refocus our minds. And for all of our younger viewers out there, we can also try to do some of our homework too. We can also allocate specific time windows during the day for using TikTok. For example, we might decide to check the app only during our lunch break or after we're done eating dinner. Having dedicated times for our TikTok usage can help us prevent mindless scrolling throughout our days. We can take some time to rediscover the joy of real-world activities. We can spend our time pursuing hobbies that we love, whether it's painting, reading, playing an instrument, or even going for a bike ride. We can also engage in activities that bring us genuine satisfaction, and that will naturally reduce our dependence on TikTok. And that's because we'll just start to find our happiness somewhere else. We can also use the time that we used to spend on TikTok to reconnect with friends, family, and loved ones. Social interactions outside the app can be a lot more fulfilling and meaningful. So we can plan get-togethers, we can have a chat over coffee, or we can organize outdoor activities with all of our loved ones. Nature has a remarkable way of rejuvenating the mind and body. We can also consider spending some more time outdoors. We can go for a walk in the park, we could hike a trail, or we could also simply sit in a garden and soak in fresh air. Nature can provide a much-needed break from the digital world and all of the stresses that accompany it. We can also take a moment to reflect on our personal goals and aspirations. Consider how TikTok might be affecting our progress toward these goals. We can use this awareness as motivation to reduce our TikTok usage and redirect our energy toward achieving what matters to us most. TikTok, with its addictive nature, negative impact on mental health, and potential privacy threats, is far from harmless. So it's time for us to reevaluate our relationship with this app and make conscious choices for our well-being. Thank you very much for joining us on this eye-opening journey today. If you found this information valuable, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And also remember to share the video with your friends and family, because awareness, that's the first step towards change. So stay tuned for more thought-provoking content, and until next time, take care. Thank you.